When it was all said and done and the first season of Moon Knight was officially over, many people were quite surprised and delighted to see that a brand new superhero has been added to the ranks of the MCU. This, of course, being Layla, aka the Scarlet Scarab. Now the actress herself talks a little bit about this role and teases what comes next. So this comes at us directly from Marvel Studios, where the actress who plays Layla got to talk a little bit about playing the character, specifically finding out about becoming the Scarlet Scarab, and even people involved with the series, such as the producer, Sarah Goher. She got to talk a little bit about this idea, and of course changing the character from the comics to what we had. So first and foremost, they say that they approach this very naturally, just kind of looking at it from the story standpoint, and could it work in terms of the story that they were telling without having it feel like it's forced in there. So then they talk a little bit how Kevin Feige wanted to try to bring a more progressive idea to the MCU, and of course talking about inclusion, which again we've talked about before. And they specifically talk about how this was something that felt very natural to the story in terms of who she is, how she fits into this, and where the series could end up with the character being there. Now the actress herself talks a little bit about how it's great to see an Arab woman and an Egyptian woman, and how specifically great it is that there's more characters like this, where if you're from a specific location on the planet, that you can look at the MCU and slowly start finding heroes that represent you, whether you're Middle Eastern or, whatever other country you're in. And they specifically say that this isn't the end of the story. It's not just about Moon Knight for her character, teasing that there's gonna be more beyond just the current story she's in. Now, of course, I think the thing that jumps out at everybody would automatically be like the Midnight Suns or something, because as everybody said, the current MCU Midnight Suns is pretty much the ultimate sausage fest, so you're probably going to want some characters like her and Elsa Bloodstone to balance it out. And I specifically like how in this interview with Marvel, she says that this is like the childhood dream, and she hopes that future appearances really pull younger people into the universe and having those dreams, because you never know when it will be realized. So again, she's just talking about the fact that, hey, who would have thought 10 years ago we'd have me here, an Egyptian superhero, but here I am, and this is just the start. Overall, a really great interview. If you go to marvel.com, just search up Moon Knight, you'll be able to find it and read it. A lot of interesting stuff in there, but it definitely seems like the Scarlet Scarab is going to be around for a while.